I'm back. Road Transfer Black and White Network. Well, we're gonna talk about Joe Rogan, and we are going to talk about something that we didn't necessarily think would happen, but it's something we've seen before. When the classic liberal finally gets to that one point or a couple of points, and they're like, you know what? I can't do this shit anymore. I can't do this shit anymore. It's officially beyond repair in the Democratic Party. The inmates are running the asylum over there. Diversity hires, inclusion hires, people that aren't qualified. And Joe Rogan talks about Sam Britton in this, the gender fluid, ball-headed, kleptomaniac, luggage-stealing, lipstick-wearing. I sound like I'm cutting a WWE promo. If you smell, you get the point. Hiring those kind of people to hold positions that they're blatantly not qualified for because of a bunch of damn check boxes, right? And because of that, Joe Rogan, between that and the one thing that we pointed out before Biden ever got in, he's mentally incapable of holding the job. Now, he was then. And people still voted for him. I mean, my God. Well, Joe Rogan's had enough. He's had enough. The guy with the biggest podcast reach in the United States, 11 million listeners a day, just come out and said it. He come out and said it very nonchalantly, but he said it nonetheless. Joe Rogan has officially declared if it is Biden versus Trump, he's voting for Trump. I mean, he just had enough. I mean, you know. Now, I also believe that part of this is why Trump was so popular. I think he's reached across the aisle and drug those kind of folks in because they hit a breaking point with the Democrats, with the socialists, where it's just, I can't do it anymore. This guy just makes more sense. I mean, obviously, it's taken some people longer than others, but it's just one of those things. Joe Rogan recently said the not-so-quiet part out loud. Joe Biden is gone. Because of this, he'd rather vote for Donald Trump. This is louderwithcrowder.com. Let's just listen to it.
And I go, I would vote for Trump before I'd vote for Biden, just because I think with Biden, like he's gone. Like, you know, he's gone. You're going to be relying on his cabinet, and I knew his cabinet would be this fucking sideshow.
Okay, and we'll just stop it right there so we can talk about the rest. But he goes on to talk about this, whatever that is, with a mohawk right there that stole a bunch of luggage, an official for the energy department. Can you imagine? That right there is the walking, talking embodiment of why Putin invaded the Ukraine. Right there. That dude. I mean, that makes us look like a literal joke on the national and worldwide stage. That stuff's creeped into our military, by the way. Quote, you just said, oh, look, a man who dresses like a woman, has a beard, has a mustache, but also wears lipstick. This is perfect for us. I don't give a fuck what this guy's good at or bad at. I don't give a F what their credentials are. This makes us look like we're inclusive. This makes us look like we're on the right side. So let's hire this person. That was Joe Rogan's quote. Quote, you can't have those kind of people running a Ben and Jerry's. And he's right. If I owned something that where I worked, let's say I went back and started another service business. I owned one for a decade. And I had to go in and out of homes. And anybody that worked for me or did work for me had to go in and out of homes right here in Texas. I could not send anybody that looked like that into one of my properties. They would call me and they would say to me, Rhodes, we thought you had better sense than this. We don't want whatever that is in one of our properties. We don't want it anywhere around one of our properties. So a labor-oriented service business, I could not let this guy represent my business. And this guy is on the national and international stage as part of the Biden bunch. Think about that. I'm glad our country is not yet so far gone that everyone is just accepting of these clearly partisan diversity hires. I mean, this guy literally looks like he had photos of himself on the internet in bondage gear. He probably does. And that wasn't even what got him fired from the most powerful country in the world. Oh, no, it was luggage theft. That's where they drew the line. And, of course, the other big part of this, and Rogan's been on this train for a while, the dementia, the aging, okay? And yes, Trump is almost the same age, but it's so vividly and obviously different in mental capacity between Biden versus Trump. I mean, they're not even in the same stratosphere. And it should be noted, I watched and listened to the Trump speech the other night. It was one of the best ones he's ever given. It was great. If he gives speeches like that, he's going to take the White House. He's going to win. And look, I'll touch on CPAC real fast. The actual straw poll, it's not close. Okay? You guys know I'm a huge Ron DeSantis guy. I am. Without a doubt. I think he's a future president of the United States. But he does need to say, I'm not doing this in 2024. Because it's not close. It's not. He needs to just come out and say, I've decided to not run, or I am not running. Because it ain't going to matter. The more the merrier anyway for Trump. He knows that's going to split. He's going to win it in the primary. No problem. But he needs to come out, and then he needs to endorse President Trump publicly. Come out, endorse him publicly. Let's not start a Republican feud. Let's not split the party. I already see voters and people on this channel in the comment section, they're feuding with each other about DeSantis versus Trump. It's both of them are capable of having this position, and Ron DeSantis is much younger, okay? And his time will come out, publicly endorse Trump, back Trump, and let's all move on towards the goal of taking the White House back. Plain and simple. Oh, tell me what you think, Black and White Network supporters. There it is, Joe Rogan. I am shocked this has not caught more fire. This is the first place I've seen this. And this came from the Russell Brand interview. And that's probably been 3 or 4 days ago. And Joe Rogan nonchalantly says it. I'll vote for Trump before I vote for Biden. And then he kept talking. But he said in the past he wouldn't vote for Trump. Now he is saying, I will vote for Trump if it is Biden running for office. And let's be real. It can be Gavin Newsom running. Rogan's not voting for that dude. Their ideologies are not close. Not anymore. You know? And I actually believe that's who's going to end up running. I don't know. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.